Welcome to the shit show.
Tom. The youngest podcasters alive, Tim and Tom, right here on the All Elite Wrap-Up. And it's exciting times, Tom, in AEW land, because Revolution is coming up Sunday? This is a Sunday version, right? Sunday
yes.
version now. We're back to Sundays because the American football is done. Don't know how that happened or ended up. Nobody really watches the NFL.
No one watches the football.
Nobody really cares about that.
Nobody.
Yeah, it's not exciting.
That was a
not
20.
that important. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a 2024 thing. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We all, we've moved on to water polo and basketball.
Yeah, and hockey, right? Hockey.
I love hockey. Did you watch the Four Nations at all?
I did not. Yeah. So I was telling my wife this though. I said, "Hey, listen," because I've been telling her you're really big into hockey, and I was like, as I come to think of it, every time I hear somebody talk about hockey, they're never like, I fell out of love with hockey or whatever. Everybody's like, holy shit, I watched hockey for a couple, and my man, right? And she was like, but don't they just they're just hitting each other all the time and fighting? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, I just don't know that I can get that. And I said, you watch American football.
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, but, and then she was like, and I was like, yeah. So maybe we might work on that, right? I might chip away at that. Let me see what happens.
I will say I am heartbroken though. My favorite team, Seattle Kraken, cracking up. Traded my favorite player, Yanni Gord, to the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yanni Gord is a hockey name. That's good stuff.
Yanni Gord. You want to know why I'm a Kraken fan? It's because of Yanni Gord. Yanni Gord. I was watching one game because I was like, hey, I got to get into a new hobby, right? So I watched a game, and he scored a goal off of someone's face where he shot the puck and hit someone in the face. The puck off of that man's face fell into the net. Goal for him. And they described Yanni Gord as a little ball of hate. And that's just my favorite. Right there. When you're called a little ball of hate, I'm like, me too. Let's hug.
Yeah. So are you going to have to follow, or are you going to have to change your team?
I don't know. See, that's the thing. Cause I'm not like, I don't have a tattoo of the Kraken. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm not but I do love the Kraken.
But you want to withhold, do you know where he's going, or is this like
Tampa Bay? He went to Tampa Bay. Yeah.
Florida.
Well, Fuck Your Mama 2 Times says we love ourselves some hockey in South Florida, which feels icky. And then he likes the Kachuk brothers, which, by the way, they were on the Kelsey Brothers podcast. Their dad, Keith Kachuk, that motherfucker, I liked him. The Matt is fine. But yeah, so hockey, get into it. I love it. And sumo, that's another thing. You'll love sumo. I fucking love sumo. The hand fighting, once you know what you're watching, the hand fighting and the fucking underhooks, and then the gi, it's not a gi, but the lapel, that's not a lapel either. I don't know what the fuck they call it. I'm only knowing jiu-jitsu terms. When they grab the fucking their waistband. Their waistband. That's fun too.
All right.
I love sumo. Sumo rules. The Boss Show coming up soon, brother.
All right. Excited about that. You know what else I'm excited about is AEW Revolution. We are going to talk about Revolution. We are also going to talk about Dynamite, but normally, whilst we would give you like a rundown chronologically of Dynamite, we don't want to make this take forever. You guys got stuff to do. I understand. We are super entertaining, but like we all have ADHD now, right? So
no, we don't. That's self-diagnosis. We're not doctors. Here's the other thing, though, that we got to talk about. I got a new hobby. Look at my slippers.
Look at that.
I got Jordans.
Nice. See, this is the benefit of being cool. And two, way cheaper than collecting sneakers themselves.
Oh, I collect sneakers as well.
Well, I know.
I'm just saying,
So now you can still get some of that coolness, right? But you get a little bit of a budget-friendly version, you know?
Mm-hmm. Come on. What else? I just want to talk about us for a little bit. Look what else I got. And by us, I just mean me. I got this from Ringside Collectibles.
Yeah. Nice. Huh? Yep. For anybody listening on the podcast, Tom has the Legion of Doom.
The Road Warriors.
Come on. Yeah, the Road Warriors.
Come on.
Yep.
Yeah, man. How are things? We're gonna be talking this stuff. How are
Yeah.
things though? Good?
Yeah, old Swim Trunk went down
Yeah.
to state again for bowling, and yep, they took second. They came in ninth place, took second. So we were all pretty stoked about that. It was good stuff.
What?
They came into state in ninth place and finished second.
Oh, gotcha. They went into it at ninth. I
Yep.
gotcha. Okay,
Yep.
cool.
It had been a down year for the whole team. Like everybody was kind of like inconsistent and not performing well, my son included. And then like everybody just showed up. Son actually bowled his best series of the season, and so on strike. Final thing. So they do Baker style, which I don't know if you're aware, where that's like the 5 members of the team each do like 2 frames, right? And a lot of that gets added. And so they did really well on the back end of that, and that was like his final thing for his whole scholastic bowling career. So that was cool. We got to do that. Got to go down.
Wait a minute, he's a senior?
Yep, senior in high school. Yeah, because I'm an old guy.
I thought he was a junior.
Yeah. No, we'll give you the invite for the graduation party coming up in May. So clear your calendar, Tom.
Yeah, I'm busy. I'll be there.
You're like, I got to bring him his beer. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Oh, I didn't realize he was a senior. Well, that's
drove down to Wichita of all places, but
Wichita.
Through some weather. I thought a couple times, I was like, this is how it ends right here. Sandwiched between 2 semis and can't see a goddamn thing. Here we go. It was rainy and windy as all fuck.
Oh yeah, tell me about that. Come on. What else? Oh, I had a joke. No, I won't say it. I'll tell you off air. It's pretty funny though. Made me laugh to where I almost peed myself.
That'll be available for extra content in our paid subscriptions coming. No, we're not.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna. All right, yeah, let's talk about some AEW Dynamite / Revolution / AEW as a company, huh? Now let's talk about this. We talked about it a little bit off air. What do you think about the rumor that keeps on persisting that Revolution is going to be in Los Angeles, that we see potentially the top of the top, the #1 music artist in the world right now, Kendrick Lamar? What do you think? You think we see it?
Listen, money, whatever the money would be to get it, Tony's got it. You know what I mean? Now, will he be able to sell it to enough folks to really want to do it, right? I don't think he just would go against like the board, and other people would go and be like, dude, no, or whatever board they might have, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like, he's not going to go full on no return on investment, but this would be, I feel like he's one of the hottest names in coolness of any sort right now. And what a hilarious jab, right? Like what a moment that would be for him. So possibly.
Well, and you know what I would do to position this to maybe get more interest out of Kendrick? Tell him that at the Elimination Chamber, sitting front row was Drake. Drake was sitting front row at Elimination Chamber.
That's what I'm saying. Like how fun of a jab would that be? Yeah.
I think
I would find any way to start an A minor up in there.
Well, and the easiest thing too would just be go to him since you're in the area and just have Swerve, hey man, thanks for the words of advice or something for tonight's big match. I'm going to get that title back. You know what I mean? Kendrick, because they've had West Side Gun, Rap Out, Daniel Garcia.
Fuck with Ricochet and someone, because if anybody's the Drake.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be great. So yeah, what's if you had to give it a percent that we see him, what percentage would you give?
I'm kind of feeling better than half, but not like this is going to happen, right? I'd put us in the high 60s, 70 range.
I like that. I'm doing 40. I feel like it's a good 40%. Right. I like it. All right, let's talk about.
How do we know who was right?
Well, if he's definitely not there, then it's me.
Then you were closer because it's zero. And if he shows up, then I was close. There we go.
Exactly.
There we go.
There it is. All right, let's talk about the Revolution Dynamite.
The Revolution Dynamite. We are going to make some picks.
We are. Tim, we talked about so many things. Swim Trunk and his bowling. That's amazing. Yep. We've got this pay-per-view coming up. And with the pay-per-view, man, I almost slipped my mind. Getting old age right here. Brain just ain't working like it used to. I thought to myself, because I was looking at the YouTube well on the right-hand side, I was thinking, man, my shirt looks good in this. Look at the cool
Well, I don't know if
FTR.
that's debatable.
Ooh,
It's a
but
cool
what
shirt. I'll give you that.
But what shirt are you
I
wearing?
am wearing a shirt.
What shirt are you wearing?
Yeah. I am wearing the shirt of doom here in the Jeff Jarrett shirt, which is why, for any of our new viewers, listeners, I was bringing up that we're doing picks, because the loser of the picks, follow along, has to wear this Jeff Jarrett shirt and, let everybody know how big of a Jeff Jarrett fan they are. Oh, you froze, I think. I'm over here right now. Now you're back. See?
No, that was the first time I froze. That's crazy.
So anyway, you should be watching live because you could see this ugly shirt and how it's off center and it's just not fun and it makes me itch and I hear the ghosts wailing at night because of this shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Look, even if we don't like FTR, this shirt is cool. Look at this.
The shirt is cool, right? Yeah. Now, whether FTR is cool,
that we can talk about, but this shirt is cool. Yeah.
Yeah. This shirt is cool. So, how this is we're going to make some picks and then, we'll track them next week and you can see Tom wearing this shirt next week as he will be the loser of these picks. Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah. Then you get to wear this. God damn it. It hurts. It hurts to wear. You understand. You've had to wear this thing before.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it gets worse every time I get it back from you. So you're doing something to it.
Well, here's the thing, though. I haven't had it in such a long time. So it's all you. It's probably all just you. So way to go. It's all you. It's all you, brother.
They haven't had a pay-per-view in forever. That's the thing is I knew that, too. After the last freaking pay-per-view, I looked and I was like, they don't have another fucking pay-per-view for 3 months. God damn it. I was like, God damn it. This is the worst fucking one to lose. Son of a bitch. Because weren't you on like a 3-loss run at that point, too? Like, fucking God damn it.
I don't think anyone knows the history of anything anymore. So.
Yeah.
I don't know if we even want to talk about that.
I know. It's been in the closet, and I'm always like, ugh. Oh, no. And I was like, at least it does not tell Revolution. But here we are. That's the only thing hampering my anticipation for this special event, pay-per-view, whatever we're going to call them. I'm really excited. By the way, the big news was it's available on Prime. Now, listen, you ask me, I think everybody should cancel your Prime account and buy it elsewhere. But that's going to be a big boost for AEW.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I agree. But we're doing too much. What I mean by that is I follow Willow Nightingale on Instagram. Willow's a great follow. She has amazing content. She just put out a video today of check out AEW Revolution on pay-per-view at ppv.com. So like, we're not even unified in the fucking messaging. Like I get, cause like, for example, even pre-network, WWE would say like, you're a pay-per-view provider, right? Whoever that is, right? Go, but like now with streaming,
so
stop.
I kind of see it the other way because I think so many people are on some things only, right? I think people are starting to kind of get in lanes of what they subscribe to and stuff. And so like, you don't want to go to Prime? Cool. Right? You can get it over here. You can get it over here. So I don't hate it necessarily. It might be hard for a marketing team. I get you there. That would not be fun. Right?
That's what I'm saying. Like if you're like, all right, let's get all of these things. It's Triller. It's PPV. It's Prime. It's YouTube International. It's like, how many fucking logos do we got at the bottom third of this poster?
It's a lot of available options to find a way to, work the system.
No,
free trials. There's some
support the things that you should support. Okay, look.
Hey, if you have the means, right? I know some people may not.
Well,
right?
Of course, yeah. But if you're like being if you're being a prick though, go fuck off.
No, we have the means because we're ballers. But if you are, you know what I mean? If you are living in bad parts of exploitative in-stage capitalism, and you don't have some means, and you still want to watch this. Come join the party. Well, you can find
that we're not at
back a little. Yeah.
That we're not at.
Yeah, that we're not at.
Yeah, because you are, but we are not. Because we got.
But there's folks.
Actually, Yeah, because actually, you know how good I'm doing. I'm gonna get this pay-per-view on 3 platforms.
Nice. On 3 platforms.
PPV, yeah, just
Oh,
because.
yeah.
Yeah,
Not Prime, though. Fuck them.
no,
Triller. Yeah.
Amazon.
Yeah.
I'd rather be stuck in the Amazon than buy something from fucking Amazon. Fuck
Take a
Amazon.
trip to the Amazon to watch it out there instead of
Yeah, yeah. Fuck Amazon.
yeah, watch it on the flight there, and then go be stuck there. That'd be better than buying it from Amazon.
Can't think of anything worse than Amazon right now. Well, I can, but you know what I mean. From a what can I actually purchase type of thing. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
probably the worst. Probably the worst. But hey, we're getting rambling here. Let's talk about picks. Let's get to the first one.
All right, let's talk about this. I pulled up right now. This is Thursday night, the 6th of March. So if you're following along, they may add something right on us, but fuck, it's too late. The 0 hour, Thomas, probably your favorite match of the night, right? We've got Orange Cassidy, Mark Briscoe, and Big Boom AJ against Johnny TV and MXM Collection.
Before we do our picks, can we just talk for a quick second about how quick we've just said Orange Cassidy get out of the main event picture? He literally lost and then just was like, no, we're done. See ya.
Yeah.
Just not going to do that anymore. Like,
go with the Costco guy.
I don't like, not even a man. I don't know if I could do this anymore. Nothing. Just well, hey, Costco guy.
The conglomeration's even too busy for you. Let's go
Yeah.
with the Costco guy.
Yeah.
But he's winning this match, right? It's OC, Briscoe, and AJ or whatever.
Yeah.
So they're gonna boom,
Yeah.
and he's gonna whatever.
Shout out Costco though.
Yeah, shout out Costco. Go get you a Costco membership. Listen, I've had a Costco membership for a while before, all this news that has put them in the news lately. Good deal. Awesome deal. If you don't go there and spend, like, they'll send you your money back, like, for the membership.
Also, go, if you have a Costco membership, go get the $1.50 hot dog and soda because the CFO has retired and he was the big proponent of keeping it $1.50. So this could be your last time getting a $1.50 hot dog and soda. So just word to the wise.
So for one semester, I worked at Costco in the early mornings because then I would go to school, you know what I mean? Like at like 11 or whatever. And that was like lunch every fucking day. So I was like, $1.50, hell yeah. Hell yes.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, they win. The Orange Cassidy, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, he's gonna do a half-hearted boom, right? And everybody will go wild for it, right?
Yeah. What happened? Did they do anything last night? Let me see here. Oh, they did a little bit of fun. Last night on Dynamite, there was an 8-man tag. It was Will Ospreay, Powerhouse Hobbs, Mark Briscoe, and Orange Cassidy taking on Brian Keith, Mark Davis, and the Murder Machines. So we did get to see Orange Cassidy and Mark Briscoe in action, but let's put a pin in this and we'll talk about it when we get to the Will Ospreay match of the night.
Powerhouse Hobbs, though. Fucking, yeah.
If you're going to do boom, no offense, get Mark Briscoe out of there and put Powerhouse Hobbs, especially because we say meat. It's Costco meat. Come on.
Costco, I don't understand why you don't want to sponsor. Please, let's talk. Yeah, man. Every time I see Powerhouse Hobbs, I find myself saying, I'm like, I need more Powerhouse Hobbs in my life. And I feel every time I watch, I'm like, this guy gets cooler and better, and he's just awesome. Like Powerhouse Hobbs, that match. Again, he knows he's hearing about the meat, right? So he's facilitating that. He wants you to keep chanting that. I think it's money. Match made in heaven, and I don't know why we're not getting Powerhouse Hobbs in something a little more intense, right? But maybe that's to come. Maybe that's to come. Maybe we'll get there.
Maybe it is.
But he's a star. He's a fucking star.
Love him.
He's a star. All right. Continental Classic, or Continental Championship, see, it shouldn't be a championship they're defending, is on the line when Brody King takes on Kazuchika Okada. And man, I like Brody's the king, but like that's not happening. Okada's winning this match.
Yeah, Okada. And you know why, right? Well, we'll get to the other matches and I'll tell you why. So yes, Okada definitely wins.
Oh, well, yeah, I do know why.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Right. Fuck Your Mama 2 Times says, I'm waiting for the Powerhouse Hobbs Bobby Lashley match. We are going to meet all over that. Way to say that. That's the way to say that. All right. Let's do the tag team titles are on the line. Oh, was there anything? Brody King was in a match. Do we want to talk about anything, Dynamite?
Yeah, let's talk about that real quick. Brody King was in action. Where was he though? He
was with Swerve in the tag team.
In the main event. Yeah, it was
it
was Okada and Ricochet versus Swerve and Brody King. Had a hell of a match. We're going to talk about a lot
of those subjects though there. But I don't think Brody King at least stuck out for anything because the story's not on Brody King here.
Right, yeah.
And Okada's winning this. But the tag team titles, the Hurt Syndicate, are putting the titles on the line to the youngest men alive, the Bruce Lees of jet skis, the Outrunners. Tom, the mother-loving Outrunners. You've seen the videos. That we got a bit of our Rocky montage, right? We got that. I love, too, the touch of their entrance going into standard definition.
Little digitals. Yep.
Oh, so great. Can you go out on this limb? What's happening here?
Well, if you're anything like me, and I know I am, I am going to say, unfortunately, it's going to be... Nah, fuck it. It's going to be the Outriders.
Are you Brother, all right.
I ride and die, motherfucker. It's Outriders, you son of a bitch. Right there, brother. Whoop, whoop. Calling it.
So, I think they should. I 100%. Like, you could find a way to book this and make, like you said, the Hurt Syndicate not strong. So, here's how I envision that happening if it happens, is the Murder Machines come out and do the same thing. Their music hits. Hurt Syndicate's like, what? Roll up. Holy shit. And now they go beefing. And
triple threat.
Oh, yeah, you could even do a triple threat. And then, then the Outrunners lose that, and nobody's like, well, that makes sense.
And then you could do what...
Or they could even survive it, because those two, you could just get I think Hurt Syndicate, Murder Machines beef.
Well, yes, I think that will be, because I do think they're going to lose.
MVP
because
Don Callis throwdown would be fun.
Right. But I think, because Fuck Your Mama 2 Times says they have to lose. You can't do a quintessential 80s movie without the comeback arc. Yeah. But here's the thing. They have to get to the peak.
Yeah.
You can't just
right.
Like they have
to. Got to do it.
Every 80s montage has them hitting the peak to then fall down to then get back to the peak.
But I do think Hurt Syndicate is going to come away winning this match.
Break those sunglasses. You ain't a real fan. Yep. You ain't about it.
I ain't about it. All right, what do I do here? I'm fuck this up. All right, so the TBS title is on the line. We have Mercedes Moné, who's going to defeat Momo. Momo Watanabe, right? Or Watanabe? I forget how to say it.
Nailed it. Momo.
The thing is, I forgot earlier that I was like, I need to make sure I know how to pronounce that, and I didn't.
Yeah, it happens. We're all busy. We're all busy and depressed. Here's what I want to happen out of
all
this.
Of us?
I'm a doctor. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can easily diagnose anything because I know all the information.
So if you're following along, Tom has simultaneously in this show said, we're not doctors, and I'm a doctor.
Yeah, I said, you aren't a doctor. Yeah, you all are not doctors. I'm a doctor. Yeah. Side note, brings up this one clip that I love from Bill Burr. He's on the Tom Segura podcast, and Tom Segura's wife, Christina, was looking at Bill Burr, and she was just like, look at you. You have so much anger. There's so much pent up frustration. Like, and he was like, oh yeah, I do. And she's like, oh, I can see it. 10 years of therapy. And he goes, I've watched football for 40 years. That doesn't mean I should be a head coach.
Yeah.
Fuck you doing talking about because you were in something for 10 years. You can then just pass off your fuck out of here. I love Bill Burr. Bill Burr is the person, if you're going to take advice from anyone, take advice from him, but also listen to your heart. But what I was going to say is out of this, I need something with Mercedes to let's get after something here. I can't just have win, pose, and then we're just gonna wait till Dynamite to see her again. We need someone to be like, oh, I want all 4 of the belts at one time. Oh, it's Megan Bayne. That's who should do it. Not maybe at this show, but that's who should do it.
So here's the thing, though. I think the caveat onto this is we have to somehow. So now that we've done this, we've got to let Mercedes go really shitbag heel here and just hammer this home of like, I've got all the belts. You all suck. Like, nobody's going to fucking. Why are we even doing this? Should we just unify them all into one and just say nobody's ever going to get? And then like somebody's got to come out and be like, this ends now, right?
Yes, she's a heel right now, but Megan Bayne should be the one. Because she's what Camille hopes she was, right?
True
Megan
that.
Bayne is that. And I just tell you what, the line from Mariah May will never be out of my mind, at least for the foreseeable future, about Megan Bayne when she says, what do they feed them now? Babies?
Yeah.
And that's all. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, she's awesome. Because here's the thing. She's stronger than Mercedes Moné. She's more powerful than Mercedes Moné. She has a more impactful finisher than Mercedes Moné.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to just boil it down to how we describe all women, she's actually more attractive as well.
What I don't know anything about yet is, can we get promo work? Can we tell a story
Don't
here?
need it.
Like, I don't need.
Here's the thing. Yes, I think promo work is important, but not to everyone. And I'm not trying to say that
Sure.
Megan Bayne is going to be this person.
Well, she might be. We haven't heard it, is what I'm saying. She might be good at this.
Like,
somebody's got to film
yeah.
it. Yeah.
But the presentation, and again, I'm not saying that she is this person, but I'm saying maybe use this blueprint. Goldberg never fucking talked in WCW. I don't remember a promo, and he fucking had everything.
He never had to talk. I mean, it was
right. Again, now his was her. Hers is more like, who the fuck is gonna come up and touch me?
Like an Athenian goddess here. Like, what are you gonna fucking do about this?
Yeah, I want it to be her. I think even you could do heel, and then we'll just pick the baby face because crowds will do that anyhow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that.
All right. All right, Tom. Steel cage match. The Will Ospreay is going to battle the hasn't seen a carb in 6 months, Kyle Fletcher. This is intense. Now let's pivot back to Dynamite, right? We got that.
Well, hold
on. Yeah.
Let's pivot back to the comments here. Fucking Mama Two Times says that Joey Janela is with Megan Bayne.
Joey Janela. Look at Joey Janela. I would have never. If you would have said guess a name in wrestling, that is 12-inch personality.
He's the guy that ran away from Enzo Amore at a state fair. That's going to be the guy
That's right. I forgot about that. God damn, I forgot about that. That was one of the funniest fucking things ever.
And Enzo's just like 5'7".
Enzo Amore felt bad for me. He's like, bro, really? He's like, dog, your girl's here. Like,
how are you afraid to fight Enzo, especially being Joey Janela, who like jumps through a ladder on fire? Like, how is it Enzo's going to be the one like, this might be too much for me?
2 times says he was also with Penelope Ford. So it has to be a 12-inch personality.
Hold up.
Maybe he's a nice, deep character.
But let's peek behind the curtain. Because this is interesting. Who's Megan Bayne's partner on AEW Dynamite right now?
Yikes. Yeah, I didn't even. Yeah, that's got to be fun.
But she's with
Kip Sabian.
Kip Sabian. Because I thought maybe it was a throuple, but maybe it's a what's a four? Four-way. A fatal four-way. Yeah.
Yeah, we call that Tuesday around these parts. Hey, whatever consenting adults, want to do, man. That's what we're all love here, Tom. Like you do whatever you want.
Well, hey, before we get into the cage match, because I do want to pick that. Since we are on the topic of Megan Bayne, let's talk about her match last night. She was in a tag team match with Penelope Ford. It was her and Penelope Ford taking on Chris Statlander and Thunder Rosa. Tim, what did you think of the tag match? I'm curious to know your thoughts.
I just still am feeling what I was feeling before of like, this doesn't really feel like it makes a lot of sense here, right? Like this pairings, just like this fight.
The Penelope Ford grabbing onto the strongest girl in the division makes sense, right? She's someone who continuously loses. So if she can just be with the tough girl, well, now she's tough in proxy, right?
Of course.
Chris Statlander, again, Megan Bayne saying, like, I'm stronger than you. Statlander's like, come the fuck on, right? It's Thunder Rosa who doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
And here's the thing also, and I don't mean to be mean here. I'm not trying to be mean, but she seems like a tryhard right now. It's a lot of, hey, I've got a Mexican flag. There's one sign that says my name. It's a Thunder Rosa army. And it's just like, I don't know. Because look, when she had it, she had it. That rivalry with Britt Baker, the fucking on fire. Amazing.
Sometimes if you don't strike while the iron is hot, you miss the mark, right? I've said it a couple of times. You know, sometimes like it just, the moment passes and we can't recreate it.
Well, and the other thing too is like, you also have to evolve, right? That was 2019. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
2020, right? 2021, somewhere in there. Like, T-Pain's music's not number one anymore. He's still making music, but it's not number one, right? So Thunder Rosa, maybe, I don't know.
Shame, Tom.
Switch it up.
Shame. We could all use a little T-Pain in our lives right now.
He rhymed mansion with Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Yeah.
Fuck you, Shakespeare.
Versatile. Versatile linguistics.
Yeah. Fuck you, Dr. Seuss and Shakespeare and all your bullshit fucking
Tom,
American literature.
sometimes you pave new roads, right, on your path to stardom.
Don't I know it, brother?
Yeah. Look how slowly we're paving this road right here.
Yeah.
Like, I know all about it. It's taking us fucking 12 years to pave this goddamn road.
Hell yeah,
All right, so
brother, but we're here.
This steel cage match is happening. We got Will Ospreay, we got Kyle Fletcher. We had this beat down, this vicious beat down on Dynamite after what was a large match, right? It was a big kind of kerfluffle.
Yeah, I didn't get it. So Tim, let's talk about it. At the end, the good guys win, which is fine. But after the bell,
Right.
Mark Davis runs and puts Ospreay in a sleeper hold so long that you could have thought he made, that he's unconscious. But, whoa, guys. You're going to do one more mean thing to him?
You shouldn't hit him with a chair. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I forgot about that little aspect of it. Yeah, like, okay, so we're playing Mark Davis is going to leave this group because they realized it was a weird fit is probably what we're doing here. But, like, yeah, that was a weird play. Why did you put him in the sleeper hold first? Like, should have been anybody else.
Yeah,
should have been the murder machines.
Said, right, if you would have said Lance Archer puts him in the sleeper and Mark Davis is just standing around, and then he's like, okay, guys, let's really fucking stop.
Calm down, you meatheads.
Yeah, believable. But when you're the one who initiated after the bell, the sleeper.
Now, that said, Kyle Fletcher is hitting on everything for this, right? Like, he is killing it.
Which a haircut does wonders, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, like I said, that and making sure you eat no carbs or anything or anything. Like, he's looking like $1 million and just is leaning into this all the right ways. Like, he's like annoyingly vicious with this. It's great.
Yeah, he might have
conceit. Like the way he just, you can tell you're like, I fucking nope.
Well, and you know, he might have got some diet tips from old Bobby Lashley. Isn't that interesting that Bobby Lashley comes to AEW and now Kyle Fletcher also looks amazing. Hey, good diets, right? Yeah. Good diets.
Look, if you were to ask me, or anybody who recently came in the Hurt Syndicate had connections to bring things, I mean, MVP knows a thing or two. You know what I mean? From what I understand.
Bobby Lashley knows a thing or two. Look at 57 years old or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
that for sure. But I'm saying, like, if
yeah.
you needed something brought in that maybe wasn't supposed to
Oh,
be
right.
around, right?
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree. Okay, so Mark Davis does the attack, but then says too much for me, leaves. Well, actually, he hits him with the chair and then he leaves. So again, you're still not that beat up about it to where you still hit him.
Another thing that I hate is the really long versions of these like beatdowns is like, was Powerhouse Hobbs really that knocked out the whole time? Like,
Right.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
like Will Ospreay, you're having to beat the shit out of him to keep him in this condition, but everybody else
They're
is
fine.
dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah,
they're just dead out there.
yeah. So with this cage match, I think it has to be 1,000,000% Will Ospreay.
Yeah, okay. That's I thought you were going to try to throw a curveball there and shock everybody. No, it's Ospreay. Look, as good as Kyle Fletcher is doing, Ospreay, I think he's the guy that they're really trying to like hammer in many ways, and I just don't see him losing this to Kyle Fletcher because that would feel like it would have to continue. And I think what we get out of this instead is like Kyle Fletcher's now like, what the fuck? And Don Callis has to kind of play damage control. Maybe Kyle Fletcher's going on a rampage and killing motherfuckers. So, you know.
You know who he could get into a feud with after this? Because I do think that this is the end. Regardless of who wins, I think this is the end for a while. Him and Daniel Garcia, TNT Championship.
Yeah. But I like this Fletcher, like power tripping, like, again, thinks he's, Shawn Michaels, reborn, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Let's lean into that.
Yeah, so I'm going Will Ospreay, though. And I tell you what, man, the pipeline for AEW just doesn't stop because now we've got mini Will Ospreay coming in with this speedball Mike Bailey.
Yeah.
You're getting so many spawns off of Kenny Omega, it's getting to be too much. You know how
he inspired a generation, it seems.
well, that's what because we used to give shit to WWE back in the day when it was like Chris Jericho is Dolph Ziggler is The Miz, and they were all kind of the same. Man, you're getting close with AEW where Kenny Omega is Jay White, is Will Ospreay, is Mike Bailey. Like,
remember we were pointing out, it was like, all right, so you got Drew McIntyre, a guy with long hair and a beard. You got Seth Rollins, guy with long black hair and a beard. You got Elias, long black hair and a beard.
It's you're getting a little bit into that right now. And I know Speedball hasn't debuted, but it's been out there that he will.
Yeah, right.
So Will Ospreay better do something cool because there's people already up on his heels trying to take that spot.
AEW Revolution, Tom, the international championship is on the line when Konosuke Takeshita earned his right to defend his title against Kenny Omega here at the pay-per-view.
It's Kenny. Kenny Omega's winning.
100%. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to go through some of these more that I think are, you said off air that you thought this was really predictable, and I said I got a bunch that I think could go either way. So this will be interesting as we get into some more of these coming up later here.
But I think at the Y'all In coming up this summer, we're doing Omega versus Okada. I hope it's title unification, but I think that's what we're doing.
So if it's title unification, what do you do with the name? Are they going to pick one? Are they going to do new name? Are they going to do a intercontinental? Like, what do they do here? Do they do a brand?
I think they just stay international. Keep it international. And then Continental Classic just has your yearly winner. We're switching it up. The winner gets a title shot of any title you choose.
I like it. I don't hate it. I want that to happen because, as we said earlier, this Continental Classic title should not be being defended like this.
Doesn't make sense to be in the tournament then.
And we're going to get Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada, title versus title at Y'all In, of all places. If I would have told you that. In Texas. All right. Tom, all right, let's pick. I'm going to kind of do some sort of order, of course, I guess. Let's start with Swerve and Ricochet. This one to me, man, I booked this both ways in my head, several different ways. You know what I mean? Like, I could feel like you could go either way with this because there's always the Nana thing at play, like I mentioned earlier, right? The thing to not put into existence. I don't. It's a toss up for me here. Are you as torn on this one as I am?
No. I think it's Swerve. And here's why. When was the last time Swerve won a match? Tell me that. And I know not a Dynamite match against, Kyle O'Reilly or something. I'm talking about when has he won? When was the last time he won? Because he lost to Hangman in a steel cage match. Then he lost to Bobby Lashley. Then in the big street fight that they made the main event, he lost to Ricochet. We're just going to say he's going to lose again to Ricochet and then just and then what happens?
Yeah. Everything in my brain where I'm like, oh, give me the pencil and I want to book the interesting story here, right? Nana somehow turns on Ricochet. This new robe changes are going to be god-awful, right? And you would just heal the fuck out. But I thought exactly the same thing. You're thinking of like, fuck, can we do that to Swerve right now? Like, I don't know that we can. And so I kind of feel the same way too. I'm leaning Swerve, but I just feel like, man, what, like... I guess we could still like continue this at a later date. I don't want them to like next month be in another fight over this though, right? And so if Ricochet loses, I don't know how crazy Ricochet turns to somebody else at the moment, right? I guess maybe somebody crossing his path
easy,
errantly, but man, let's see. How many have we picked different? Should I? Shouldn't I? Man, yeah, I can't get past the, like you said, Swerve's lost too much lately. Swerve's got to get a win.
Yeah. And I know he's not like, he doesn't live and die off of wins and losses, right. But enough of these, like even, okay, let's even go back before Hangman. He lost to Bryan Danielson. He lost his damn title. Like,
so fucking Mama Two Times says this can be Swerve's redemption arc, losing to Ricochet, losing the robe, losing Nana. So here's something. You could still get a Nana heel turn and helping Ricochet, and Swerve still wins, right? And now it's like this, fuck you, and they're both over there like, what the fuck, right? That would be interesting. I don't think I've seen anything like that in a while, but
I think the redemption story for Swerve, because I think sooner rather than later, we are going to get Nana leaves Swerve. I think that's going to happen.
Yeah, Swerve ain't going to have Nana his whole career, right? Like that's just not in the cards, right?
No. And I think a reunion would also make it fun, all that stuff, right? So what I'm saying here is I think when Swerve is at the, cusp of a 3 count on the second count, that's when Nana grabs the ref's leg and Swerve looks at him and he's like, and that's the turn. Right when he's about to become the champion again, Nana was like, you were never it.
Yeah,
I'm out of here. Something like that.
Go get the robe back. Like, I'm taking it back. Yeah, could happen. All right, let's talk about the AEW Women's World Championship. But of course, we got to talk about what happened on Dynamite.
Oh,
we're gonna get the Hollywood ending, timeless Toni Storm, the woman from hell, Mariah May, and man, I saw a guy online who's a TV writer and things, and he said he shared. He goes, AEW is running a program right now that is based off of, and he named like 4 movies, right? And he said, and it is, the writing for this is better than 70% of the shows I'm paid to watch. It's just like insane.
And this promo where Mariah May, to her credit, first off, she just spits on Toni Storm. You bitch. Just to get her to do something, and Toni Storm doesn't even flinch.
Yeah, she says, I'm glad you still care. Or right?
Yeah.
See you still
well,
care.
Then she's even like, look at what you made me do. I loved you. You were nothing before me. Kind of trying to turn the tables of like, made
Renee
Toni
even
Storm.
Was like, what are you fucking talking about? You did this.
No.
Yeah.
Me. It was me. No. And so she's like, we can have a Hollywood ending. And then Toni Storm says, you don't deserve the dignity of death. I sentence you to a lifetime of mediocrity. And she even goes, they may like you, but they're never going to love you. And just all of these cut downs and motherfucker. Oh, that was the shit. And then go ahead.
She did that whole promo as fuck your mama 2 times with that fucking spit dripping off her the whole time. You know what I mean? Like there was no cut and like wipe this off.
Yeah.
Man.
And then you get the culmination, the going home moment is they both stand up to each other. And then Renee's like, I just pray that what did she? How did she say it? She goes, "I
Oh,
just
she
pray
said, "I
that
just
you guys."
pray you two don't like kill each other or something."
Yeah, and then she said, and they both said at the same time, "Pray for her."
Yeah, I know. So I was watching it later because I was driving back from swim trunks, state competition, right? And so I'd been spoiled on like that. This thing was awesome, and I'd heard like the line "pray for her," right? I got spoiled on that, but it still did the same thing to me, right? It gave me chills when they said it because I was like, wow, it's even better than I was even envisioning it was going to be. Like, it was just great.
And credit to Mariah May, because even though Tony Storm did kill it, like you said, with the spit coming down, one take right
It didn't even
there.
register with me that lets you know that was one fucking take. Like they
There
timed
wasn't,
all
yeah.
that shit perfect. God
Yep.
damn.
Because I would hope that Mariah May didn't spit on her 4 times.
Yeah. Well, but you still
mean?
have to do the whole scene in one take. Like,
Yeah,
it's not
exactly.
Like,
Yeah. But to her credit, Mariah May, you could see it killing her when she's like, "You don't deserve the dignity of death." She was laying over Renee, like trying to like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
and just like
these ladies just were amazing here. And this is like, if they pull off something amazing here at this match, like this is one of the best storylines ever. Like I just
yes,
it's great. Yeah.
Yes. Here's also, how I know it's also amazing is, what's it now been for the better part of 2 years that they've been connected at the hip? I know that the heel turn hasn't been over a year, but like they've been connected at the hip for 2 years. I don't want it to end. I don't want a Hollywood ending. Give me part 2. Get like, who do you want? Because here's the thing. Let's just say our pick. We will do our pick in just a second. But our pick, right? Who do you want that person to face next?
Yeah, I know.
There's no one else.
The whole thing though with that is I do, as long whatever mapping out they did of like these 4 movies, right? And basing off of like, you got to do that again. So if you need a moment to wrap your brain around, do some research and be like, all right, here's the next logical thing. And now we're going to do season 2 a few months down the road. I'm okay with that, but I don't know that like next month needs to be another match unless they have a plan for it. If they already got a plan for it, give me fucking more of it. Yes, absolutely.
Just keep it going.
Yes.
I love this. It's the best. RJ City, which, Jesus Christ, a man amongst boys when it comes to TV writing.
Yeah,
like this is him.
He's like but also like he does his own like AEW. Is this man the Da Vinci of AEW? Like, what is
right?
this?
Yeah,
Everything, man.
He's incredible because this is where, if you watch Hey EW, for example, this is where if you have more than a life bigger than just pro wrestling, you can bring this to pro wrestling. You have to know these fucking movies like in your bones, and he does, obviously. And so like that's when you get great shit, because you could always do a best of 7 and okay, neat. Like Booker T and Chris Benoit did it first and better.
Well,
you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Yes,
like
that's what I'm saying.
Screenwriting is what this is. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is where like people are like, "Oh, you got to be a wrestling fan first, second, and third. You have to be a wrestling fan. But if all you fucking know is wrestling, you ain't gonna be good. Like you ain't gonna be doing this shit."
Yep.
This is awesome. Who you got?
Yeah. Tony Storm. Tony Storm is winning this.
So if she does,
we don't necessarily pick who's walking away with the title. We just pick who's getting announced as the winner here, right? So I could see, ways that Mariah May could win this in my brain, but not win a title, right? But
Tony Storm of the 2 is the stronger character. That's why I think she could lose and then move on to the next thing, and then oh shit, this is awesome. Mariah May without the title, without being the woman from hell, where does she go? Because you don't want her to fall off the face of the map, right?
Yeah, but I mean, didn't we have a run here? Like, is there?
Because also, I'm talking myself.
Mercedes Moné saying, "I want to be 5 belts," and now she's going up against Mariah May, and we might get some fucking banger shit out of that too. Like they might get some fucking matches that'll go hard.
Oh, yeah. Well, you mean Tony Storm? If Tony Storm wins,
no. If Mariah May were to win, and Mercedes Moné then is like, "I want 5 belts."
Oh yeah.
And then she's like,
I think,
bitch, excuse me. And then they fucking start,
Well, because here's my thought is, we went to Mariah May when we did because we kind of ran out of women for Toni Storm to beat up, right?
So
like
that's
she
true.
ran through
Same
that
problem then. Okay.
Right. So if she holds on to the belt,
you are.
So if she holds on to the belt, who's next? That's what I'm saying.
This is on the line, Tom. This shirt. Who you going? Guns to your head. Slap nuts. I need to get more Jeff Jarrett clips.
It's a Hollywood ending. You got to think about that too. It's a Hollywood ending.
The timeless character?
Because we got what we wanted. We got the pop in Australia for Toni Storm, right?
What if they kill both these characters and they come back as like a friendship tag team that is acting like they don't even remember any of this shit?
No.
They're just all over each other again. They're just all of a sudden like fucking pals.
All right. So, okay. Follow me here. As I said, where would Mariah May go if she's not champion?
Mm-hmm.
It's a Hollywood ending, which would indicate Toni Storm should win. Yeah, and Toni Storm will win because that's how movies end typically if it's not a horror movie, right? I'm going Toni Storm because then I think eventually Mariah May goes after the TBS championship. Okay. I think it's Mariah May who says, I'm the woman from hell. You've never faced anything like me.
So we still get that battle, but it's just over the lower belts, right?
Yes. Yeah. And I think Toni Storm could potentially get a returning Britt Baker or someone like that who she hasn't faced for a title yet or faced in a title match. I worry for Mariah May, though. I do worry for Mariah May because, again, we're both picking Toni Storm.
Yeah, but you know what? Here's why you don't have
that momentum.
Like, she's been nothing but gold.
I know.
So, it's in her, right? We just got to have a compelling story here.
That's the hard part is because when she was champion while Toni Storm was out, everything was great, but like it didn't hit home. So I don't want her to.
We say RJ City, they could just hire other folks. Tom, for example.
I got 7 stories right now for her. I could do right now. I gave you one.
Yeah, here's another one. Best of 7 series. All right, here's another one.
Yeah. Submission match. Here's
ever heard
another
of a bull rope match?
Hey, you ever heard of an I Quit match? Yeah.
All right.
First blood.
Okay. I know there's a world title match coming up, but I guess I should save that for last. But this match, Hangman, MJF. Jesus Christ, these guys don't know how to not be awesome when they really want to turn everything on, right?
Yeah, so let's talk about last night. So we kick off the episode with MJF in the parking lot or in the streets, I guess, of Sacramento.
It did look
just
like
saying,
you ever seen where there's a neighborhood, but then there's a fence and they back up to like a gas station, right? Like that's where he was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it did feel like that. And in Sacramento,
so it might have been.
It could have been, yeah.
Right.
But he's talking. He's like, hey, you want to saddle up and ride? Let's go. I got a bullet with your name on it. You motherfucker. Come on. Right. And then later, Renee Paquette is back out there with MJF. And she's like, hey, you've been out here a while. Like, what the fuck's going on? And
hanging out on this fence back here by the gas station. Yeah. What are you doing?
And then here comes Hangman in his not a Tesla fucking energy car or electric car, and he tries to run him over, and MJF's like, you motherfucker, and then they chase him. Hold on 1 second though. So Hangman gets out. I have a legit real question, because when Hangman was feuding with Jay White, we said a leg injury, right? A leg injury, and he was hobbling on this leg the entire time, right? Did it not look like he was walking with a limp when he was chasing?
I don't know. I'd have to go back and
MJF?
watch. Does he still have a leg
he was
problem?
Doing or it looked like he had like a drop leg.
Huh.
You know what a drop leg is?
I mean,
you know what that is?
No.
It's essentially when you don't know when your foot is going to pick up or not. Like Scott Steiner has it. And that's why he walks the way he does is because at any point He thinks his foot went up and it didn't. And then he trips and falls. So it felt like he was walking like that. Anyhow, I was just wondering if he had a leg injury because it didn't look right the way he was walking. I mean, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
Left leg contusion, obviously.
Right, yeah. So I do like that MJF, though, for half the show is like, get out here. Where are you, punk? He's a bitch. And then Hangman pulls up in his, you know what somebody should market their energy car as? They should call it the Big Dick Energy car. You know what I mean? Like, that's what he's rolling up in that truck, right? It's his Big D energy car. Anyway, so he pulls up, and MJF immediately is like, whoop, nope, fuck that. And MJF,
I'm out of here.
and then so Hangman's like, where you going, dumbass? Like, it's just like, God damn it. Yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
Love that.
So then we get the whole, make it to the ring conveniently, right? Anyhow, and then they're punching
wide open lanes for you guys to get through. No securities, nothing.
Yeah. Or you could have fought anywhere else. You could have went to another arena, out into another street.
Should have crashed through that fence in those people's backyard and just started wailing away.
Yeah, but somehow you fell into the ring, which is fine. Yeah. And we get some fun stuff. Essentially what we get is the Dynamite Diamond Ring goes upside the head of Hangman, which knocks him out. And then MJF is like, you people love when your cowboy burns things. Well, let's see how you hypocrites feel now.
Do nothing wrong, right? Or do nothing wrong.
And he grabs lighter fluid and he starts pouring it on him. Yeah. And then he grabs the lighter and then security's like, hey, fuck this. Now we got to really ambush you.
So I don't know. It's a funny touch to me that he goes to burn him and he pulls out a Zippo refill can of lighter fluid, which it might be just to be more to make sure this hits as a heel, right? Because it's not.
Or to make sure,
right?
Yeah, or to make sure that he really doesn't do it on accident, right? If he had one of those big things.
The thing is though, but the thing there is yeah, that's true because you still got to get some sort of accelerant if you're but he never lit, so that could have just been water in a can. It's hard to get water in those Zippo cans, that's something different. Anyway,
yeah.
But I would like to point out that we are booing MJF for that. Boo! Do not burn somebody. But we cheered the fuck out of Darby Allin when he flamethrowered Jack Perry on stage. We loved that.
And Jack Perry was just like, hey, fuck it, bring it, motherfucker. He's like, I don't give a shit. Yeah. I loved about this is, first off, like you said, MJF tore off his dress shirt or whatever it was, and it said MJF did nothing wrong, which was fun.
Yeah.
But my favorite part was security wraps him up and is ushering him off his feet to the back,
all picked up,
and he just yells, "Let me prove my point!" Let me prove my point.
Yeah, that should be in the meme lexicon for history now because he's literally getting carried out and saying, "Let me prove my point. Let me prove my point." Oh,
yeah, it's not.
I've had
meetings
like him. This at work.
Yeah, it's not. I want to kill him. It was just I have a point to prove.
His beef is not with Hangman. His beef is with you fucking fans for not loving him and loving Hangman instead. But he doesn't want to admit that to himself. Hangman understands that.
Because he's real. Yeah, because he's real. But MJF understands Hangman because he says, oh, but you don't have that confidence to be the person they want you to be. And he's like, you motherfucker. Because that's the point that MJF does tell the truth. He's like, they want you to be a hero. But let's be honest, that's not you, is it, cowboy? And he's just like, motherfucker.
So who you got here?
Motherfucker, you think I'm going against Hangman Adam Page?
Yeah. It has to be Hangman here. We're not picking hardly anything different, but that's because I think we both have our finger on the pulse of AEW, but we'll see. We'll get there. We got another match to go, but man, Hangman's winning this, right?
Yes, and another thing peeking behind the curtain, and this is just me theorizing, throwing something up against the wall because I'm thinking about timing of stuff. I think it's about that time to start doing the press tour for Happy Gilmore 2. So you got to get MJF off TV maybe for a couple months.
Yep, might have to. And the story that we're telling here with Hangman I feel like would be a weird turn here to lose this.
Unless Christopher Daniels does something. That wouldn't shock me. You cost me my career. Fuck you. I'm costing you against your biggest rival. Something like that.
With a real killer, right? A real fallen
Mm-hmm.
angel, MJF.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be something.
Could be. Could be. All right. So the world title, the men's world title, is on the line. Moxley versus Cope. And we've had some good storytelling around this, right? I think this is some of the best stuff involving Moxley and his group, I think, since it started.
Yes. Let's talk about last night. So last night we get Copeland versus Yuta. And it's fun, right? Boom, fight, wrestle, 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 wrestle. One thing to point out, though, Copeland more or less did a wrestling match. He didn't do a violent match, right? There was some obviously violent tendencies, but it was a lot of arm drags and clotheslines. It wasn't like punch you in the face till you can't see anymore, right? I thought that was interesting. Copeland wins, because duh. And then, because he's going to take out every member of the Death Riders, he grabs the microphone and he just says, "This is what respect feels like." And they shake hands.
Mm-hmm.
And Yuta's like, "You piece of shit, what the fuck was that?" And more pissed than, Yuta was like, "Hey, Copeland, come back here." And more pissed than him was Moxley, who's like pie facing him like, "You dumb motherfucker, what do you think you're doing?" And Yuta goes, "I'm out of here. Fuck you." Here's what I said on Blue Sky that I think has been honestly the best part of the Death Riders. And it's Will or Yuta. The whole, why did you do that to Bryan Danielson? I'm not a part of this group. Yep. Okay, yes, I am. Okay, you guys treat me like shit.
Notice he's growing the Bryan Danielson look too.
And he did the mutilation, the Bryan Danielson submission. What is it called? Calf mutilation?
Cattle mutilation. Yeah, you did skeet that on Blue Sky last night. I do remember.
Mm-hmm. I did post it. Yes, I did post it on Blue Sky.
Yeah, it's a good skeet.
It was a good post. And so Yuta says, "Get the fuck out of here. I'm gone." And Moxley's like, "Oh, okay, cool.
Just keep walking, bitch."
Yeah, you motherfucker. And then one thing that I thought was cool when Moxley then looks into the camera and he's like, "Oh, all my safeguards are gone." Well, you didn't realize that was to protect me from you.
The bars were there to protect you from me.
Yeah. And I was like,
or the bars were there for your protection, not mine. Right. Yeah. I think that's what I said. Something like that. Yeah.
And it was just like, oh,
it's a great line.
I like that.
No, I thought that was a really good promo. Again, Moxley can suffer from the, all right, man, right? Like, now you're just kind of trying to be aggressive, but this was felt heartfelt, right? Like his world and his walls of protection were crumbling around him. And he was lashing out.
At the pay-per-view for the Men's World Championship, we're going to get what looks to be a one-on-one match between Copeland and Jon Moxley. I want to bring up one more thing. Last night, we also got the best wrestler alive, Max Caster, open challenge.
Yeah.
And doesn't get a move in, which I think is somewhat bad because I get we're trying to make him look like a piece of shit, but he was a former world tag team champion. You can't be that. You know what I mean?
So real quickly on him, because we're going to talk about Jay White is why you're bringing this up, I imagine. But fucking remember when I said the Acclaimed, you're going to have to figure something out. You're going to have to do something different because the shtick ain't going to go. He has done that, right? This whole thing, he's no longer, he doesn't even have rhythm anymore. And hear me out. If you do this right, you might get people to start, "Let's go, Max, you're the best wrestler." It could happen. This might actually take hold. He is doing this great, right? Everything, the Max on his trunks, right? Where Taz called him Sellout Jones. Just great stuff. But Jay White comes out here and just Molly. Well, they didn't even Molly. Just got a one move. You're done.
Got his finisher and done. Side quest. Then we'll get back into this. One thing that I thought was interesting. Hopefully it means nothing because I like him still on the AEW roster. But the WWE video game is coming out, right? Part of their downloadable packs that you'll get throughout the year. One of them is the Attitude Era. And guess who you get in that? You get Road Dogg Jesse James and Badass Billy Gunn. The first time since he's been gone
So
from
is he out?
WWE. I hope not.
Well, because Trips is in charge now, so now the crew can come back and have to deal with fucking Vince.
No. That's maybe that's why they did this.
Yeah.
You know, maybe this.
I mean, look,
there is no more daddy ass.
He became part of it, right? Like, I mean, the Scissor Me Daddy ass was because of Daddy ass, right? So if they lost that, you're already dialing back on the Scissor Me. And like I said, they were running the course with that. They hadn't modified it in any way, right? They hadn't modernized it, nothing. So like you said, this ain't 2022 or whatever it is now, right?
Yeah.
Like we're moving on.
So anyhow, I thought that was interesting. Now, going to this, yes. Jay White hits the finisher, boom, does the clap with him. But he does the clap with him. Thought that was good. Yes, and then this is the part that ties into what I think will be the main event. He says, at World's End, Copeland had my back against Death Riders. And since, now Moxley's all alone at Revolution, I'll be there to have Copeland's back, which means
he's going to turn on him, right? So
you got the return of the Bullet Club, the Bang Bang Group, or whatever.
I've seen a couple theories online of, he turns on him, Mox wins. He turns on him, Christian Cage comes out and does the cash in. But I've also seen one where they've alluded to that contract isn't like signed, right? Somebody else can get that and submit it is like, you know what I mean? Like, because remember, he's put I think somebody else can get it and sign it. And so could Jay White get the steal of the century here? Yeah, I don't know. I think Cope's winning for one of these reasons, right? I think we're done with the Mox experiment with the Death Riders as this, we're running the world title thing. I just feel like they've got enough feedback now that, people are like, guys, this didn't hit, right? And Moxie's had a run and, might need some time or something, right? So I feel like Cope wins, but I get a feeling we're at least getting a Christian Cage cash in, whether it's successful or not, or whether Christian Cage is the one left holding the title. I don't know. But I think Cope wins this.
Okay. Because Tim, if it does need to be signed, the easiest thing to do is the end of the Copeland-Moxley match. Jay White does try to get involved. Moxley hits him with something, right? So he goes out. Copeland, that takes this, gives him the spear. 1, 2, 3, he wins. Yay. Christian does come out. Copeland is celebrating. Christian's behind his back. Jay White gets out there and he's like, oh no, I have Copeland's back. Hits Christian with the fucking whatever he calls it.
Yeah.
Then grabs that fucking contract, signs that bitch, and then fucking boom, and then hits Copeland, and Jay White's your champion.
Yeah, because you could Christian starts beating his ass, right? Picks that thing up, goes to fucking sign it, and then Jay White takes him out. He's like, no, motherfucker. And then Cope's kind of getting up, woozy, and Jay White's like, hey, wait a minute, right? Just kind of you see him looking over at him, looking back at the thing, realizing this thing ain't signed. Remember the ultimate opportunist gets ultimate opportunist.
Well, and here's the other thing, again, peeking behind the curtain. I think, MJF's most controversial win, I thought, was when he was champion, and on one leg, he defeated Jay White. Just pretty easily, too, right? I think maybe we need a make good backstage for Jay White's pissed he did you a favor. Now, what's up with me making him world champ? I mean...
So, yeah, Jay White versus Christian Cage as the champion, The fun promos we get out of that.
And you elevate Will Ospreay, Jay White. Because what Jay White would do, I would assume, is he would... Oh, Tim, I've got it. I fucking got it! I fucking got it. This is what happens. Oh, Tim, I wrote it. It's better than what they're going to do. So everything just happened what I said, right?
Yeah.
Copeland is the champion. Christian is going to cash in. Jay White does the thing. Boom. Jay White leaves as champion. Wednesday on Dynamite, we kick off the show. Jay White's your new champion. He walks out alone. I'm your new champion, right? Christian Cage walks out and goes, "You fucking prick. You cost me my championship. I was going to be the next defending, all this stuff," right? Patriarchy's with them. Jay White standing in the fucking ring all alone. Patriarchy all surrounds him. Lights go out, or maybe not, but you hear the bang bang, and it's Juice Robinson and the Ass Boys, and they take out the Patriarchy, and now we've got the gangbang group back. What's up, motherfuckers? Come get it, Copeland.
Could be great stuff. Could be great stuff. So you're picking Cope winning this?
No, I'm going to take Moxley.
Moxley. Okay. Well, this is interesting then, because we've now picked two different matches. So, Hurt Syndicate Outrunners, where you said Outrunners were winning, or Moxley Cope, where you said Moxley's winning. What's your tiebreaker here? Who are you more convinced is going to win this match? Moxley or the Outrunners? You're not confident about either one of these, are you?
I want to enjoy the most of the pay-per-view, so let's make it the main event.
Okay, all right. So,
because if they kick it off with the Outrunners losing, I'm
gonna
just going to be
"Fuck
sad.
me." Yeah, exactly. Love it. That's how it's going to play out too. Like basically the main event here is going to. Is this the main event? Like this is the main
I think
event.
so.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, because ending.
It should be. Yes, that is the most interesting story.
That's not good. So they're going to put something else second to last, right? Is that going to be maybe the Continental Championship match or something? Is right before the main event.
Okada wins, yeah. Because I think the midway point, or honestly, they could kick it off with the cage match, right? Cage match to get it in, get it out. Or it could be like the midway point, get it in, get it out. You know what I mean?
I've seen this theory online that Fucking Mama with 2 times is bringing up 2 FTRs going heel. Could they be joining up Moxley style Death Riders? And
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I agree.
Why?
Yeah, I haven't seen like on a why, right? Are they joining the dark side, or what are they doing? Are they mad? They should turn on the Outrunners for stealing their gimmick. That's what they should do.
Yes, that should be where they go heel. You know why? No, it is going to be the main event that I'm going to say is the tiebreaker. And you know why? Because now I'm really going to believe it. It's because the payoff is not Copeland. I understand what you said, where we've got feedback, Moxley and the Death Rider, but the payoff is Darby Allin. You can't throw Darby Allin down the fucking stairs and then just be like, well, forgot about that. Hey, what's going on with the next thing? Like,
good point.
That has to be something.
Point. Well, he might fall off the side of a mountain and you never get that payoff, but you're right. You might want to wait and see if you can.
When does he climb this fucking thing?
I don't know. I don't know when you climb.
What? Why? Why do you climb up your house? It's the same fucking thing. Okay. You know?
Same thing, but
yeah. Get a fucking ladder. Oh, I went up. That's it. Same thing.
There's some places here in town where you can go and they've set up a wall with hand grips.
Yeah. Boom. The Ibex. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Fucking Mama 2 times brings up he's not going to be able to wrestle after doing that either for a while. Like, you got to recover from that.
Darby's going to recover. That motherfucker got hit by a bus. And then was
Darby's
like,
going to wrestle at the top of Everest. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
That dude's going to try to like jump off the side and do a kickflip, man.
Yeah, that motherfucker doesn't give a shit about rest or any of that stuff. Yeah.
All right, this is going to be fun, man. I think this pay-per-view is going to be a fucking one that we talk about for a while. I feel like there's just too much in here, and especially, if nothing else, I have nothing but 100% confidence in Toni Storm and Mariah May to give us an all-time classic here.
Yes. I don't want it. My only ask, if I were to pitch anything to the creative team, is I want it to actually be an ending. Because, for example, earlier I was saying how after Mercedes wins, it needs to lead to the next thing. I don't want that to be for these two. I want it to be a clean, done finish. And then on Wednesday, we can move to the next thing.
WWE did where it was like once in a lifetime, and then they ran it back the next year. Was that Rock and Cena? I can't remember
Rock Cena.
what that was. Yeah.
Yeah, WrestleMania. Yeah, WrestleMania 28 and 29 fucking sucked. 29 sucked. 28 was actually a good pay-per-view. I really like that one.
Well,
but
again,
29 was
part of that is the mystique. It's once in a lifetime, right? Like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah, 28 had Rock Cena. It had the cage match with Triple H and Undertaker with Shawn Michaels as the ref. It had Punk, Jericho. It had the infamous Daniel Bryan gets kicked in the face by Sheamus. Yeah, it had a lot of good shit. It had a lot of good shit.
All right, well, we will see what happens this Sunday live on pay-per-view and various other outlets that you can find it on. And we want you to
let's answer this. Let's answer this because it's fucking Mama 2 times asked about it. And as much as we are an AEW show, it is a bigger story in the wrestling universe than just WWE. He asked, how
talking about Jade Cargill's return.
She looked good.
She did look good. Watch that product.
I know, but I'm saying I just saw a picture of her.
I just saw people saying that she came back. But yeah, it looked good. Good for her. It's good.
He asked how you feel about the Cena heel turn.
Yeah.
And this is, do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
I mean, well, I don't have much to say for it because I just saw a quick clip and I was like, yeah, man, this just feels too little too late and didn't look like they really pulled it off well to me.
It's fucking dumb. All of it's dumb. I'll just speak from the optics, right? Let's talk about the history of just wrestling, right? Think of the most iconic moments, right? Hogan slams Andre, the fucking stare down between Hogan and Rock, Stone Cold winning the championship and holding the title in the corner. Drop. Yeah, the NWO leg drop, all of that in WCW, right? All of these things. This one, let's just say it's an all-time moment, right? Cody fell on the Novocaine movie poster. That's what we're going to remember in 30 years. Remember that movie no one saw called Novocaine that Cody just fell on? You fucking sellouts. So that first just sucks from the optics right there. Second, it makes no fucking sense. I told this to Tim before we recorded. So imagine this. Imagine I play for the Royals and it is Game 7 of the World Series and I'm going up against the Dodgers. Shohei's pitching. Yep. Shohei's pitching, right? I'm up to bat. I'm scared. I don't know what he's going to throw. Slider, curveball, breaking ball on the outside. Well, hold on, right? So I'm up there and I'm like, fuck, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm going to bet fastball in, right? And I guess right. Boom, fastball in. I hit a home run. I win the fucking game. And then I hit home and I say, I'm going to steal their signs. What was that's what the fucking heel turn was because Cena already won the fucking match to get to Mania.
Yeah. Well, my point there was, if that's the case, if you're like, all right, I'm going to fuck Cody Rhodes, right? Because now it's my title and I'm not playing nice with you. Wouldn't you keep that in your back pocket and do the turn at the match?
At the match, yeah. You wouldn't do it. So you would either do it one of two times. Either during the Elimination Chamber to make sure you do get the match.
Right.
Or in the match. But now you're just fucking standing around with your fucking bald spot.
Yeah. Because that's the thing is if I'm Cena, if I'm in kayfabe land, I'm going to lull Cody to sleep and make this think this is once in a lifetime. And this is just, you know what I mean? We're just pals. I'm handing the torch here. Can you beat me? Can you beat the greatest? And then, no, you can't, because I'm fucking better than you.
Right. And a couple other things. One, again, another optics thing. Fucking Travis Scott. What does he have to do with anything?
I forgot he was a thing.
Oh, he has incense. He's, and then apparently, I read this on a news feed. He punched Cody and almost busted his eardrum. Legitimately was boom, and really fucked him up, right? You dickhead. And then two, let's just talk about, again, another thing that wrestling fans, at least the wrestling fans I've known, love to talk about. The greatest of all time. Who's the greatest of all time, right?
Yeah.
You know, is it this person? Is it that person? It can never be Cena. You know why? Because he bent the knee to The Rock, a rival. Imagine, Tim, if Stone Cold Steve Austin would have joined the NWO.
Yeah.
Right? It's
Yeah.
you're cowering to a contemporary. And I know that The Rock isn't a direct contemporary, but they were rivals for 2 Manias, for Christ's sake, right? But nope, Cena's now his bitch.
Yeah. I said, man, I haven't seen Cena in a while. He looked kind of weird.
Oh, steroid use is getting to him. Those bones in his face are elongating. And brother, have you not learned from Adam Cole? A fucking tan helps.
Yeah. I said to you, he looks like an alien that stole a human body to wear it as a disguise. This doesn't look right.
Yeah. He's so goddamn clear. He looks like a fucking, or he's so damn white. He looks like a clear gummy bear.
Didn't he used to make fun of Sheamus? Because
yeah,
it's
right there.
He's the one who called them human jar mayonnaise, isn't it?
Yeah. Now look at you, brother. And the bald spot. Why? What are you doing? Just shave it down.
Just shave it.
Yeah. If you got just your old school haircut, no one would know you have a bald spot.
Yeah.
Everything.
Really care at that point. It's when it's so dramatic that it looks.
Yeah. You can, even if you didn't want to go that crazy, like the LeBron James bald spot thing works because of,
that's what I mean. If it's short enough, people are just like, oh, I get it. So you're just shaving it and you don't shave it every day. Why would you do that? But
everything about Cena, and the last thing I'll say, it's also fucking short term. Oh, the heel turn that lasted till Mania.
Yeah, when he's gone and won't be back for This
is so fucking dumb.
You brought this up that back in the day, man, our first picks was me picking Hina goes heel or Cena turns heel, right? Yeah. Sorry, heel. The heel turn, right? The heel turn is what I was after there. Man, and it now feels too little, too late in my mind. I'm like, this isn't right. Because again, he was already gone. It's not a heel turn when you come back. This is the old veteran in my mind. It's a heel turn, right? But it's not the Cena heel turn anymore because you're not the Cena anymore.
And you, again, in my eyes, you joined the guy you competed with. You look like a fucking bitch.
Look, your mama 2 times says he needs to go to Turkey for the bald spot.
He needs to go to Turkey and not come back.
Jive Turkey.
You jive Turkey, huh?
Yeah, man. That Cena heel turn thing. Look, again, I'm not watching, so it's harder to be invested in something that you're not watching regularly. So I want to give that. But I also, that's a family that's trying to, in the Department of Education. So if you ask me, don't watch that program at all. So fuck them.
Oh, they're trying to dismantle everything so that their best bud can be king. Fucking assholes. Triple H sitting there like he fucking knows what a congressional hearing is. And then Stephanie, I'm so proud of my mother, even though my father's my favorite one. And then Shane just going, I hope someone remembers I'm a part of the family. And then where was Vince? Where was his bitch ass
He's not part of the family.
Oh, yeah. Unless they go to a UFC, then it's Triple H and Steph. And Steph is fucking jerking off doing the whole ski
they're visiting
thing with
dad.
Triple H. Here I go.
This is downhill skiing.
This is my downhill skiing at the UFC event. Blah, 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 blah. Fuck that family. Fuck you if you watch it. It's the worst. You're the worst if you like it. Everything.
I like this, Tom.
We're inclusive. We're inclusive to all things except for that bullshit.
So there's the tolerance paradox, right? I mean, it's like tolerance does not mean you tolerate intolerance. That's intolerance has already broken the rules of the engagement, so it's not has to be done and tolerated.
What the fuck? Fuck out of here with the book. But I've been watching it since I was 3. Okay, cool. Fucking neat.
Ain't nothing like it was when you were watching since you were 3. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Just fucking grow up, you. Anyhow. Oh, and then CM Punk with his bullshit ass fucking Chicago's Teachers Union shirt, while your fucking boss is there going like, "We're gonna get rid of this Department of Education and unions." Fuck you, fuck you, Punk and Cena. Fuck you all, fucking bitches.
Yeah.
I'm drunk. No, I'm not.
I did see one that said, I'm not really engaged in this Cena heel turn because I already watched it a few years ago, and it was all him saying like, "I'm about Vince." He's like, "I'm just gonna choose to love the person I love," or whatever. like what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck, dog?
The worst. But you know what's not the worst? Because we're gonna end it on a good note. AEW and AEW Revolution this Sunday,
you're wearing this fucking
which
shirt.
You're keeping it
because you picked the Outrunners and Moxley, and you're gonna fail.
If the Outrunners win, I might call you and drive to your house and celebrate in your face.
Well, but it's still, you would need Moxley to win too.
I know, god damn it. But if that wins, I mean, come on.
I'm gonna be excited if they win. I'll be happy to pick that one wrong as long as Scope wins. So share your thoughts with us, aewrapup@gmail.com or allelitewrapup.com. You can find all the links, right? All the social medias to where Tom is live skating during the shows.
Posting.
The Blue Sky link there. And all the other stuff, including some donate links if you felt like we looked like we need some money. So, or just if you liked the show and thought, yeah, I'll give these guys $1 or $100, you can send that over there too. There's 2 ways to do that. And we invite you to use that email link that I told you, just email us at aewrapup@gmail.com. Send us your thoughts, what your picks are. Send us some stuff for next week, right? If you want us to talk about some certain things, ask us some questions, do whatever. And we will see you right here next week for more All Elite Wrap Up.